Happy Friday, everybody. I am headed to work in a little bit, but first I gotta water my vegetables. If you're new here, my name's Elizabeth. I'm a flight attendant for a major US carrier and we're headed to work. There's been like a major disruption in aviation because of a software called Crowdstrike, I think is what it's called. And it's really causing issues, not just in aviation, but anyone who uses that Microsoft software. It was funny because I had my alarm set for 9:30 this morning and I got up to text messages from a friend whose husband works for United and from my mom who's taking me to the airport. You know, have you seen the news? And I was like, I just woke up, what's going on? But turns out I don't think we use that software. And again, I don't know. This is from one post on Facebook. I will, there is an IT guy down the street from me that works for my company. I'll ask him, I'll get confirmation. But most likely if we're affected, it's because of the airports or other systems around us, not necessarily ours. There's a fighter jet right above me, so it's gonna get loud in a minute. Let's go water. All right, so for all my gardening people, the majority of my garden, which I did plant too many, guys. This is my first year. I planted them too close together. These are pickling cucumbers because I love pickles and I want to make some pickles. The cucumbers right here are not pickling cucumbers, but look, my peas are not doing awesome. We got that. Still don't know what kind of tomatoes this accidentally got planted. And down here in the jungle, look at it. He got bigger overnight. I got other ones coming. See, like that guy? Ooh, see, we got this little dude. Ooh, that one's a nice one. That one! Oh my gosh. My question is, do I leave them on the vine until I have enough that I can pickle? Or can I pick them and keep them in the refrigerator? I don't know what I'm doing. So today on the vlog, it was really funny. It was really cute. I had someone comment, you're the only flight attendant that I watch that doesn't tell us where you're going. Now, I was trying that out. I'm trying to get retention on my videos. So if you guys don't know where I'm going and it's intriguing, maybe you'll stay longer and figure it out. We're going to Cleveland again today. Last week, Cleveland was a bust. And we're gonna go down to the water this time. I'm not gonna stay up till 3 a.m. watching Netflix. And we're gonna go down to the water and check that out because that looks really cool. Oh, and then I have my last New York City 2-day and we're going to New York City, and right now the plan is for the family to come with me. So cross your fingers. That is the plan right now. My husband's in charge of figuring out getting everybody to and from, and we're gonna cram into my New York City hotel room because they're pretty small. We're gonna see if we can have some fun. My husband and I, fun fact, got engaged at the Statue of Liberty. So our goal is to go to the Statue of Liberty with the kids. So, all right, I'm gonna go in and pack up some food and finish getting ready. We're on a crusty, dusty old 8. I don't like this plane anyways because all 3 flight attendants have to work out of this back galley. So D, C, that tiny little hole over there is for me. And then because of all of the drama, we are overbooked and we're probably gonna have 2 jump seaters back here with us. So normally just 2 flight attendants sit back here for takeoff and landing. We'll probably have 4th, which on this plane is actually 5th and 6th. There is a pilot up front. We're gonna be full to the gills. And so that's a lot of people. So during service, 4 people back in this galley. I'll give you a little walk around. And then we'll send one of them up front to sit with the A so that everyone has a place to sit because we need a place to sit in case of turbulence. So it's gonna be quite a day. All right, so this is my jump seat and then the other jump seat, the tiny little galley. That's my little hidey hole. We're in Baltimore. We have one more 54 minutes
We can do it.
Made it to the hotel, and now I know there's a Great Lake right out the door. I think tomorrow we're gonna go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame here in Cleveland. It is already 2:19 in the morning. We were late, but we made it. Crazy day out there. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn down the thermostat and I'm gonna eat a snack and go straight to bed. Let's get ready for bed. Good afternoon. It is like 12:30 and I'm gonna get ready and we're gonna go wander around a little bit. I slept in a little bit longer than I intended to, but it's just a balance. Yesterday was an 11-hour duty day. I was tired. Your girl was sleepy. So I slept in, we're gonna walk down, we're gonna see what we can see. We'll be back next week, so fret not. But yesterday, man, what a day. It was a trip. Let's talk about that. First, can I mention how weird this photo is, or this artwork? It's like, I don't know, a mime on the stage. So yeah, yesterday was crazy. This whole worldwide outage. It wasn't just travel, it was hospitals. It was like, apparently you couldn't order through Starbucks mobile app. It was wow. So I think we're one of the only airlines not greatly impacted. I believe Frontier had some issues in the morning, but they got those resolved. I'm not sure about Spirit, but I know it hit Delta the hardest, and then United and American. I'm not sure what the total cancellations were. Report I saw of cancellations was, I think, in the morning or the afternoon, and Delta had canceled 440 flights. We had canceled 4. So we were definitely late yesterday. I mean, when I went to the airport screens were out, the arrivals and departures, and then the screens that tell you at each gate what's going out of that gate, because those are all controlled by Denver International. They're not controlled by us. It was nuts. Besides that, I had already planned to have my mom take me to the airport because my husband's car is in the shop for an annual tune-up thing. So I'm getting ready, I'm getting my stuff in my mom's car, and I was like, crap, my badge is in my car, and my husband has it. And at first I was like, oh, it doesn't matter. We can get a temporary badge from what we call the NOC, which is where all the flight plans are made and all that kind of jazz. I was like, oh, it'll be fine. But then I started to realize I have a bunch of, like, I had 2 protein shakes, a yogurt, a cottage cheese, and like, so half or more of my food was liquid. If you don't have your badge, you have to use the same liquid limitations as regular people. So I had my husband run my badge out to the airport, which took him about 45 minutes, but luckily, I had plenty of time. So he ran that out. My plane was running about 15 minutes late coming in from Kansas City. So I got my badge from him, and then I'd also forgotten my watch. So it was quite a morning. So I was like, give me your watch. Well, I said it nicely. And so he loaned me his watch, and I went to work, and yeah, right there, the American counter, all their monitors were out. It was just crazy. And so we went from having seats and having there's no seats until maybe Monday. My stepdaughters were supposed to fly home today. No, they were supposed to fly home on Friday. No seats. There's no seats on Saturday. There's no seats right now on Sunday. And everybody was supposed to come to New York. Remember, I mentioned that at the beginning of the video? I don't think that's gonna happen because the girls are not gonna make it home Monday at the earliest. Because we were up and working, for example, the flight my daughters were supposed to be on had 24 empty seats, Minneapolis to Denver. But that Minneapolis is a Delta hub. Just in general, people were running and buying tickets on Southwest because we had tickets and, well, our systems were working. So all of our seats just disappeared. Poof. So we were late. I'm not exactly sure why. I don't know if the airports just were slower. Like I said before, sometimes the systems are run by the airport for ticketing and for baggage tags and stuff like that. So that could have caused some of our issues and our delays. because they could have been affected, but we were 17 hours and 20 minutes late. I was a sleepy girl. I got to the room, I ate a snack, I went to bed. Today, we have 2 flights. It's the same thing we did last week. We're going from Cleveland to Orlando, Orlando to Denver. Last week, we made it into Denver by the skin of our teeth. They had storms over the airfield, and so we were one of the only planes that my A said there was like 40 people holding out to get into Denver of all different carriers. We were one of only 5 to have enough fuel to make it. Everybody else had to divert and get refueled and then come back to Denver. So we'll see. It's crazy. It's a crazy world that a software update like that could cause those kind of issues. Conspiracy or not, it's crazy. But we're gonna go do some stuff. I am going to New York on Sunday, and we'll see. Maybe Clinton and Hannah can come with me. I don't know. There's 1 seat on the flight, and I say there's 1 seat. For example, one of our flights yesterday from Atlanta to Baltimore was supposed to be completely full. In fact, our number said 227. We went out with 2 empty seats. Strange things can happen, so we'll see what happens. I'm gonna finish getting ready. We're gonna go. I didn't look at the map, so I didn't know that there was like a train track and a road there. So, you know that whole thing, like things look closer, further, they look closer than they really are. So I think I figured out what I need to do. And there's this other girl walking. I think she's trying to do the same thing I am. I'm like trying not to look like I'm following her. It's a lovely day out though. It's like 75, breezy. It's nice. I'm back from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It was really cool. I had to run through it pretty much. I didn't get to the 5th and the 6th floor because I had to go. But I'm packing my stuff up, my blanket. If you know me, it's not because I'm cold, it's because I'm hot. Sometimes the comforters are too much. So I'm gonna pack up and head out to the airport. On the plane in Cleveland, we're headed to Orlando. We're completely full shopping. We're gonna have again a 4th, actually it's a 5th and a 6th jump seat rider with us. At our carrier, anyone can ride jump seat. Most carriers there has to be a flight attendant. At our carrier, anyone can ride, customer service agent, ramp agent, when I was customer service, I appreciated that so much. It's controversial among the flight attendants, but having worked on the ground, I'm so happy that that was a privilege I had, which means I occupied this seat closest to the door, and then the jumpsuit rider occupies the other one. Delta canceled 1,200 flights yesterday, which was 19th, and they've canceled 825 as of 4:20 p.m. on the 20th. And we're gonna be full until they kind of get their operation sorted out, because people are jumping from Delta and United to our empty seats on Southwest. So it's good for us, but we've been in that position with our Christmas meltdown in 2022. If you haven't watched those videos, we'll link them below, but let's go. Good morning, everybody. We are about to head to the airport again. I got home last night from Cleveland. It was 2 flights, Cleveland to Orlando, Orlando to Denver. And again, just like last week, they're like, oh, it's only gonna take 3 hours and 19 minutes. But Denver's weather was like, hold my beer. So we were literally 1 minute from having to divert all the way to Amarillo, Texas. Crazy, right? So the weather here came through and we almost had to divert, but we missed it. So right now I'm gonna work 3 to LaGuardia. Unfortunately, my family cannot come because of this worldwide outage. Delta is still struggling to get back up online. All their crews are displaced, and so everyone is buying from like United and Delta are buying up our empty seats. So my stepdaughters can't get home from Minnesota right now, and there's no way for them to get to New York. So let's go. On the plane, we're getting ready to board. We got the boarding music going, and yeah, hour and 31 minutes to Little Rock. We can do this. We can do this. Okay, I'm in the hotel room, and I have to show you, this place is so weird. Oh, you know, my family was supposed to come, and this room would have been perfect. Oh, look, so there's a pull-out couch. I'm gonna flip around, because this whole room is a conundrum. All right, first, we have, it obviously can adjoin of a bathroom, closet, and then this was propped open, and I don't think it's supposed to. And this, I don't think that's supposed to open. Then we come in here and there's no bed. I just closed the adjoining rooms because they're not supposed to be open. Okay, so we have all of this. Look, it's Times Square and my Murphy bed. I think someone was sleeping over there. The doors were not closed all the way. And this is really weird. And my neighbors over there are really loud. I have a refrigerator though. Turn that way down. I'm gonna go see about changing my room. The people next door are so loud. For room, I'm going to room number 3. So I'll show you the room that they put me in. Housekeeping had not been to it. I'm a little sad because they had like memory foam mattress toppers, and I can't say that this hotel has the most comfortable beds. I'll show you what was wrong with it. All right, so this was my second room. Housekeeping had not been here, but that bed was pristine. I was gonna stay here because, let me flip around. These are like new mattresses, and this is like a memory foam. See, this one was pristine. I would have totally slept here. There was towels on the ground, stuff in the trash can. The handle fell off of this when I went to try and get ice. But I'm not super picky. Third time is the charm, y'all. It is the charm. I am so tired. This one doesn't feel as good as this one, I think. Okay, this bed is better than that bed, and the air conditioning was already set to 65. It's like they knew I was coming. There's a refrigerator, and housekeeping has been here. So I'm not terribly picky, and maybe I'll get comments like, ew, gross, I can't believe you were gonna stay in that room. But I was trying not to make a stink. I'm excited because sleep is so important and I don't always sleep well. You know, that's one of the reasons I didn't become a flight attendant earlier, because ironically, sometimes I have trouble sleeping the first night in a hotel on a vacation. So I was like, well, being a flight attendant is all first nights in a hotel. I'm going to bed. I'm tired, y'all. We'll see what kind of shenanigans we get into tomorrow. We'll see. It's 2 in the afternoon. That stupid shade is stuck. It's broken. I had to like pull it down last night so I could have the darkening shade. So we're gonna go to the Brooklyn Bridge. We're gonna go ride the subway. The Brooklyn Bridge is one of my friend Dawn's favorite places. So let's go explore. Brooklyn Bridge. I should have brought my microphone. My husband's gonna be mad at me. Here we are. It's full of people. I'm glad it's an overcast day and not too hot. I think it's 85. So the Statue of Liberty is right there. That's where my family and I were gonna go today if they had been able to get on the plane. That's actually where my husband and I got engaged, was at the Statue of Liberty. So I'm feeling kinda sad that they couldn't come. But I would love to bring them back when all the Christmas stuff is here. And this is not my last overnight in New York by a long shot. So I'm enjoying this. I've never done this. So we're gonna keep walking. We're almost to the other side. Flip around. The other side. I'm back and I am a sweaty mess. I am so sweaty. So I'm gonna get in the shower. We are minimum 2 hours delayed already. So I don't know what's going on. My husband texted me and he's like, your flight is delayed. He's like, what's going on? I'm like, I don't know, I'm on the subway. But I have massive amounts of leftover pizza. I think it was called Grimaldi. It was a suggestion from a friend whose son lives here, who comes here all the time. It was really good, but I didn't know that I couldn't get like a smaller pizza. I think it was like a 16-inch pizza. So it's good. I got prosciutto and mushrooms and I will take it home and I will eat it. I had to trade, I had one more Cleveland over 2-day that was next week, but my husband reminded me we have a wedding this coming Saturday, so I had to trade it for a 3-day. Tomorrow's my only day off. I need to get my nails done so bad, and so I will keep you posted. I mean, I love a double New York City overnight. We'll see what happens. First, a shower. All right, so here's the skinny. We are still reporting at the airport at 10 p.m. Our plane just left Chicago. It takes 2 hours to fly from Chicago to LaGuardia. My the lead, is on the phone with scheduling because will our pilots be legal? That's the other question. Stay tuned. We got to the airport and we had time before we had to be to the gate, which isn't usually normal, especially in LaGuardia. So they have this section of shopping. It's kind of like on international flights where you walk through the duty-free section. So we got to kind of walk through there, see what they had, peruse. We all grabbed a snack. And then I got to watch the fountain in the food court area before we headed down to the gate. We found a place to sit and just waited for our plane to come in. So I'm home now from the back-to-back 2 days, Cleveland and LaGuardia, and I wanted to clarify a couple things. I showed you guys that I ended up having to switch rooms twice in New York, but there was some footage missing in the middle. My bad. So when I got up to that room and the one neighbor was really loud, and then the other adjoining room, when I peeked in there, there was actually someone in there. Because of the noise, that's why I decided to go down, and I had to go to the front desk and switch rooms. And at first the guy was kind of like, we don't have any rooms. Let me see what I can do. We're fully booked. But he was able to find me a room on a different floor. So I had to then go straight up to the room, grab my stuff, go to the new room. My crew was waiting for me to go out for drinks. So that's why it switches to a cocktail being made, because I went into my new room and that's when I realized that housekeeping hadn't been there, but I didn't want to keep everyone downstairs waiting. So we went out for drinks and a crappy slice of pizza. And then I came back because I said I was going to stay in that room anyways. I just wanted towels. So when we got back from having a drink and getting pizza, I went to the front desk again and talked with a different person. And I was like, hey, they had to put me in a new room. Housekeeping hasn't been there, but I just need towels. It'll be fine. And he's like, no, we're going to move you to another room. So then he moved me to another room. So I had to go back and move again. I just don't think I clarified that really well in the video, but that's what happened with 3 rooms in New York. And it was a really great trip to New York, had a great time. It took Delta probably about 6 days, just like us, to kind of get their operations back on track. My daughters also didn't get home, I think, till Tuesday, but they did make it home. They were anxious to get home, and just trying to explain to them, they understand in theory that we only fly when there's empty seats available, but when it means delaying coming home, that made it a little bit harder. But everyone got home, everything got figured out. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. We hit the 2,000 subscriber mark. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. And that's because of you guys. Thank you so much for subscribing. And yeah, so I'm going to put links in the below for the meltdown my carrier had in 2022 over Christmas. But I feel bad. There's repercussions from the Delta meltdown even now. I know it just has caused a lot of problems. So if you got caught up in it, sorry. But that's just crazy. It's just crazy world how everything is so interconnected. But I will see you guys next time. I work a overtime trip at the beginning of August. It's August right now, and school has started for us, which is crazy. When does school start for you guys? Does it start before Labor Day or after Labor Day? Let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys next time in the sky.